We're gonna check out Buzzard's Roost, or formerly Rocky Face Ridge Park. It's a cool pavilion and lake. And here's the bathrooms. Go get a picture of the entrance sign. Rocky Face Ridge Park. Pretty cool. And another picnic area, pavilion. I don't know if that's a changing area. Looks like I'm the only biker here, just hikers. But this is also a Civil War place. Oh, there's a running 5K area. It's a cool field. Cannons. Old barn over there. I don't know if that's somebody's house or the ranger's house, but I've only done this once. It was a great view. Unfortunately, I think I'm running it clockwise to the right, which is what I did last time, and I was told it's better to do it to the left. So we'll see. They've got a different system than how Sorba does it, where you alternate days. Here, if it's an odd day, you go to the left, I believe. And if the date is, wait a minute, if it's odd, you go to the right. If it's even, you go to the left. Hopefully I'll find out on the sign. I can already tell somebody's been doing some trail maintenance, because even this entrance trail was all rutted out. So they've got it smoothed over. Looks a lot better. Oh, I can see several cannons, including this one. What does the sign say? It's talking about Turchin's Brigade deploys 1864, 100 years before I was born. This is the Crow Valley. It's pretty cool. You got signs telling you the history. You can go check out this cannon. I didn't realize the park stretched over that far. Yeah, pretty neat. It says donated by Blue and Gray Education Society. Huh, neat. And we're still climbing. We're gonna have a steep climb here in a minute. Going into the woods, and this first section says for 1.5 miles is two-way, and then it'll hit a big intersection, and depending on what the date is, you'll go left or right. But trail looks in good shape. Pretty packed down, not too many leaves. There's a bridge up here. Yeah, there it is. Pretty cool. Oh, two bridges. I was hoping to get to the intersection with the sign telling you which way to go before I cut off filming. but apparently it's going to be a little while. There's a, looks like a emergency access side-by-side ATV trail. It goes right down the middle, pretty much side-by-side with the bike trail. I'm sure it's going to intersect up here at some point and keep going straight up, because there's a radio tower or something at the top. Here's an intersection that crosses the emergency access. We're going to go straight, but for now I'm just going to turn right and show you this privy, which is pretty nice. They got a nicer one up on top, so plenty of places to use the bathroom, and I might have to try one out here in a little bit, but that's pretty cool. And we're going to go back down to the intersection where we're supposed to go straight. Oh, that goes straight up there. Must be for this four-wheeler trail. Okay, now we'll get back on the trail, and it's pretty straight up too. This is just to show you where the ATV trail cuts right down the middle. The bike trail snakes back and forth. I hear hikers. So this is the sign that, well, the intersection that shows you even days go to the left or odd days go to the right. And they have nice signs showing you the direction. This is Raptor Trail. So maps, post signs, instructional signs. Pretty nice. Okay, so we're gonna, instead of going up the switchbacks, we're gonna do the gradual climb to the counterclockwise, which is good and bad. I'd rather come down this, but it is easier climbing this way, so I've been told. Well, I did it this way last time. Still a climb, but wasn't too bad. Here, it does go up and down as you get up on the ridge. Well, not the ridge, the side. I just want to show you how rocky it is. There's some cool little rock armoring, or I guess where the water runs. But it's a combination of sand, pebbles, embedded rock. So it's a cool looking view if you can see it. And we still got a ways to go on the climb. A little bit of downhill, still not to the top. So we'll go up some more here in a little bit. This is just getting us to a gap in the ridge, and then we'll go up and over and around. But right now it's just rolling up and down. This is real similar to the Snake Creek Gap with all these embedded rocks and loose rocks. You can't really, it's hard to keep your speed up. A little bit more downhill. And a little flowier, which is nice. think we've gone through the gap and wrapping around the ridge. We'll go out through here a little while and then eventually go up pretty steep. There's like a big rock section up here. Yeah, a lot of rock. Now we're up close to the ridge, riding just on the shoulder, and we're on the, I assume this is the north side. But anyway, we're riding up and down on the shoulder, I guess, to stay out of the wind. But it's pretty cool to be up this high. You can see off to the right how high we are in the distance. But at some point, we're going to pop up on the ridge. I know before that there's another cool privy. I don't know how they get all that stuff up here, because it's like a little log cabin. Oh, here it looks like a good view here. I think this is actually called something, like something point, or, oh yeah, here's a sign down here. So I think the trail continues, but it takes on a different name, I believe. Yeah, so now it's Scavenger Run. It's cool rock outcropping, and so we kind of wrapped around the ridge. Now we're going to drop down for a little. Going to get a little downhill, still on the side of the ridge and climbing up, but you get a little bit better views over here. Pretty big drop off to the right. So try not to wreck, especially if you're out here in the middle of nowhere. Oh, another trail comes in. Oh, the trail drops downhill. Cool. Well, anything that goes down, that just means we gotta climb back up, because you still gotta go up and over the ridge. But it's fun to go down, especially after you did all that climbing. Up on this power line. Oh yeah, a little rough. Yep, cuts back. More switchbacks. This means we're going to have another long climb. Okay, which way? To the left. That's kind of a blind hill. You get pretty rocky through here. Yep, it's a lot like Snake Creek. Stop recording. Stop recording. Pretty cool view. We're still on the backside of the ridge, going down again. We did go up a little bit, but most have been back, downhill on this side. It's fun and flowy, not smooth though, but several rock sections, but passable. I mean, it was a tough climb coming up the other side, but this downhill makes up for it. Yeah, snaking in and out of the rock sections. But they did a good job of what they got. Nice and flowy. Gotta go up at some point. I know I keep saying it, but it's got a killer overlook on top. Actually, there's two of them. One's right in the saddle. The other one you have to climb a little further for an out and back. Still rolling. It's another privy, but this one's all the way up on top of the mountain or the ridge. Pretty cool. If you gotta go, they got you covered. Crossing the power line again after the privy and riding on the four-wheeler road or utility road. Now we're on Bone Picker. Wow, Well, I can see why it's so rocky. We'll record a little bit of this just so you can see how rocky it is. Ah. Well, I'm not saying I could or couldn't ride this, especially this section looks pretty doable, but I guess I'll ride a little bit of it. Just don't want to wreck while I'm out here by myself in the middle of nowhere. Wow, that's rough. Well, that's interesting. Let's see where this pops out at. That'll give you a workout, muscling it through. There's a cool view. One of the few spots it's open so you can see. Plus more rocks. Yeah, a lot of rocks. And we're going downhill at least. We still haven't gone up and over the ridge again. Yeah, still some good views. Got some jumps through here. I'm just not a big jumper. And looks like we're gonna start going back up over there. Well, the first and hopefully the last tree that's down, obviously rotten, but you can't get around it. It was on an uphill for me, so I chose just to walk it. More of a rock garden. Didn't have enough speed. It looks like a forest or a wildland fire in the distance. Hey, we're up on the ridge. We're gonna go to Buzzard's Roost that way for another overlook, and we're gonna go down Skyview. Of course, there's a cell tower. We'll go over here to the rock view, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know if you can see how far down that is, but I'm not getting any closer. I am not a fan of heights. And I've done a bunch of mountaineering, and still, but you roofed off there and feel secure. Well, that was worth the climb. We're on the road that goes up along the ridge to Buzzard's Roost. This is one of the nicest privies or bathrooms. I don't know why the door's open, but well, it's not nice in the toilet, but it's nice to have one up here instead of going off in the woods. And here's a nice little last pitch. and it looks super rocky like a Jeep road. But we are on the nice edge ridge. Now we're up on Buzzard's Roost. There's a trail that goes around the top. And you can see the road I just came up. There's that wildland fire. And that's the side I climbed up. And we're gonna go up on the top. There's some people up here, so I'll stop recording. Now we're up on Buzzard's Roost. Had to wait for those people to leave with their dog who was trying to eat me. But pretty cool 360 degree view. There's that fire again. There's my trusty steed. Downhill. It's gonna be pretty loose and rocky. And I got those people on the way. Hello. I'll slide by you. Thank you. Have a good one. I'd give you a ride. There's not much room. Goes up just a little bit before it dips back down, and we're going to take a left. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Going left on Skyview, and it mostly goes down. I think there's a few up sections and some tricky switchbacks. But, ooh, it's a lot colder on this side. Hopefully there's no hikers coming up this way. Yep. Pretty rocky through here. I don't know why they call this the sky view. All I can look at is all the rocks and drops. That's a cool view. Another view. It's a lot more fun than climbing it. Here comes somebody. Hey, how you doing? Thank you. It is cold over here. Is that a trail? What is that? I don't know. Hopefully that's emergency access, not the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So let's go this way. If it starts climbing up too much, we know we're going the wrong way. Wasn't really a sign either. You think if you were supposed to go down that way, they'd have it well marked. Oh yeah. Now we're going back down. Okay. Oh, they got it built up over here. I guess that's where I went over the bars last time. I knew there was a tricky switchback somewhere. That must have been it. There's the emergency access. Bumpity, bumpity. So your hands will get tired after a while. Pretty long downhill. If you count the rollers. And as soon as I see something, it goes back up. Maybe just for a little bit. Switch back. This is all new, new to me trail, but it's also we haven't come up this. We haven't gotten to the two-way section yet. Okay. A little wrapping around. Give my hands a break. Crossing the emergency access again. I'm sure we'll do that several times. It's like a corkscrew. Sharp rocks. Hope I don't get a flat. Ooh. That wasn't my tire, that was a rock. Yep, crossing again. Yeah, it's like 4:30 or something, and I know the days are supposed to get longer, but it still gets dark pretty easy, or pretty early. We're going to parking lot. This is the intersection we went straight on earlier, or to our left this way. Now we're going to the right, and this is two-way traffic for the next mile and a half. But the nice thing, it's downhill. Well, except for this little section here. So hopefully people will get out of our way. Okay, continuing the downhill. From Buzzard's Roost. Now we're on the two-way trail section. Back to the parking lot. I guess I could shortcut down the Mertz Access trail, but this is more fun. They say it's better to climb this way, but I don't know. I don't know why. I guess it's shorter climb, then you get a longer downhill on the backside. Maybe it's too cold for hikers, except for those ones I seen on the top and that one walker I just passed. It's been pretty, oh, as soon as I say there's somebody else out here. Hello. Hey, doggy. Yeah, I don't know why doggies like to chase. Okay, getting closer. Pretty loose stuff. These really aren't the problem as much as all the pebbles, loose rock. Like that one that just hit my foot. Still going down. Well, there's that bathroom over there. Or privy. Oh, interesting. Go slow. Okay. Just don't want to scare the hikers. They know us crazy mountain bikers go bombing downhill. Yeah, but it goes back up right here, so you have to go slower. And there's two bridges that slow you up. Yeah, I've got almost 10.5 miles. That's a good ride. It's kind of slow going with all the technical stuff and rocks, but mainly the climbing. And then you just drop down all at once. Pop out here in this pasture and finish for the day. Oh, the sun's setting. That's cool looking. Good ride. I don't know if I'd want to drive this far for this kind of ride, but it's really scenic at the top. There's a few other spots that we're seeing it. But it's a good workout for the hour and a half or so. Yeah, I'm at a 1:32, hour and 32 minutes. So that is cool looking. Didn't even fly my drone. That is a little windy. That drone doesn't do well in the wind. There's a few places it's dry, but it ain't dry. It's still not. The wind's not as bad. But up on top where the good views are, where I want to fly the drone, I'd be afraid I'd lose it over the edge. And down here, there's not a whole lot to see. So, no drone today. But I got some good footage on my action camera. Oh, look, a Cybertruck like Dr. Ron's. Alright, that's the end.